Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This business is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution list. That way you'll know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and what barrel picks they have in the works. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss the fact that our annual Key West trip is just a little over 6 months away. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Kathy Kuhl, Lenny Eckstein, and Tim Swyatt.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey,
What's happening?
Hey, just 6 months away until we are in sunny Key West. Can't wait for that. Let's hurry up and get this year over with so we can get on to Key West, the best week of the year. We'll talk about what all that means and find out who's going from this crew. We'll get to that after the break. For right now, Kathy said there's something she wanted to talk about. What is that, Kathy?
I want to know the strangest thing a guest has ever done in your house, or the strangest thing you've done as a guest in someone else's house.
Oh, this is a very, very good question.
This is a good question.
Well, can I think of something?
Scandalous.
Yeah,
think of
this
something.
is a tough off-the-cuff one.
Off the cuff, yeah.
All right, I'll go first.
Okay.
So we bought this house to host all the family parties and a ton of parties in the city. It's just so I don't have to go anywhere, so I can get hammered, and not have to drive. Is really the real crux of the whole thing.
You know what you're doing.
I know what I'm doing. Yeah.
That's
So
smart.
I did. Yeah. So we did our big parties Thanksgiving. We had about 50 people here that just come through. It's basically an open house for Thanksgiving, starting at 2:00 on forward. I will not name the person and spare the innocent, but I did catch somebody going through all of my locked cabinets. I'd say they're not locked, but they're secured cabinets of whiskey, looking for the finer bottles that were not already placed out. And what bothered me more than anything is that those bottles come out after the dishes are done, and I finally can enjoy the rest of the party. And this person was shocked and appalled that I didn't have the stuff out for everybody to consume anyways, while I'm still sitting there doing dishes. So that was the worst that a guest did at the house. I'm still butthurt about that.
Was that
Can hear it in your tone.
And that's like 2016. It's not that far away, but that's far away. Get over it by now. But yeah, that one really chapped my ass.
Do they still come over for holidays?
Yes, they still come over for holidays because I'm compelled to.
Do you keep a very close eye on them?
Very much so, and they know the fine line because we had a very quick conversation about that to never do that again.
Okay.
Good. So you addressed
Very
it.
short, very. I'm a yeller.
Yeah,
I'm a yeller and a screamer. Go figure. If you can't figure that out, I'm a yeller and a screamer. And I was very short and very specific with my language on that. And that got the message across. And it wasn't even necessarily an apology. It's like, oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm still like, oh.
Yeah.
Like I'm watching you every year.
Right. Probably the biggest mistake I ever made while at someone's house was I think I was probably about 7 years old, spending the night at my buddy Thomas Fassler's house. And he had a room in the basement. He and his brother had a room in the basement, 4 kids, and just a small 1,000 square foot house like my parents had.
Okay.
And so two bedrooms upstairs, the two girls up there, and then the parents' master bedroom. And so we go upstairs to go to the bathroom. There's no toilet downstairs. And he says, I'm going to go here. Just go through there, the bedroom, and then you can use that bathroom. I'm like, your parents' bathroom? And my parents don't allow me to do that. They're like, no, we got 4 kids. We use it all to just go in there. So I go in there, and there's his mom changing naked, getting
Spectacular.
Oh,
That was the only. That's the only one I would accept. Or there's another one that I would accept, which would have been just as good.
Okay,
I may have that one for you later.
Nothing was happening, but I saw my friend's mom naked, and it wasn't. I liked it, even though I was just 7. I liked it. But I was also very awkward to it. I thought I was going to get in big trouble from my parents when they found it. I didn't really get they laughed about it.
Decades later,
my parents were dying laughing that time, because because it was like their best friends. This couple, we would go on vacation with these guys.
Is this like Stifler's mom?
Kind of, yeah. So it was
Yes.
funny. It was funny. So yeah, it was a
You get all nervous when they're coming over, Steve. Get all hot and bothered reading your tantric books.
Yeah, this is in 1975 or something. By the time I'm high school age, I'm glad I saw it when I did. Let's say that for sure. For sure. So there you go. That was a moment. All right. Let's see. Lenny, you got anything?
Yeah, kinda. I mean, I am quite certain I've done some terrible things at people's houses, but nothing's coming to mind. But here's one, and it doesn't quite count, but it's close enough. So it wasn't at someone's house. There's one of the one of the ski resorts or mountains. It's not really a resort out here. Has it's called Arapahoe Basin. They have a stretch of at the base of the hill where everybody, if you get there early, you can park right there, and it's referred to as the beach. Everybody brings like grills and their beer, and you just it's like tailgating at a ski area. And you grill out and cook food. And everybody was cooking, and I had a huge piece of salmon. And there was a guy next to us who had a grill, and I didn't have a grill. I don't know how I thought I was going to cook this salmon, like maybe solar power or something. But so he offers me up the grill to use. I was like, oh hell yeah, man, thanks. So I'm grilling the salmon, and it comes out great, but it did not separate from the grill very well. And I left this like horrible, like crusted grill of salmon skin. Flesh, and Amy reminds me of it all the time. She's like, "You remember when you destroyed that guy's grill?" I was like, "Yeah, dude, the salmon was great." I was like, "Sorry, bro, your grill is,
It's gonna take a while to cook that off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think he was happy, but
no,
I was
probably not.
No,
He shouldn't be.
goddamn.
Sitting there enjoying your salmon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, McNew, you asked the question.
No, I didn't.
KK's question.
Oh, KK, you asked the question. Sorry. What about you?
But you're asking McNew, right?
Oh, did McNew go?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Jesus Christ, I need a handler. I need a handler. A guy with
You're
he's
still
got like an
thinking about
earpiece in.
that
like,
mom's
Here's this next
movies.
Yeah, it got me.
So I think the weirdest thing that happened at my house was our neighbors, before we knew them all, our new neighbors, their girls came over to play with my husband's kid. And in my downstairs bathroom, like I'm that typical Midwesterner with like a seashell bathroom for some goddamn reason. That's how my downstairs bathroom is. But I had this candle that had like this little seashell charm on it. And after one of the kids left, I was like, where's that charm on my candle? Like I noticed it was missing. And her stepdad, she's like, she likes to take things. Like she never takes anything important. She just takes things she thinks is cute. And she was like 7. I was like, oh, okay. And I was just like, the shell on my candle's missing. And Chris was like, it's not a big deal. I'm like, it's not, but it looks fucking stupid now. I'm like, I know it's supposed to be there and it's not. I'm like, I didn't say anything, but I'm like, I think she stole the seashell off my candle.
I think it's weird that Dad thinks the klepto is cute.
No.
What's he going to think when she's lifting things out of stores?
Right.
No, she's a cute kid now, but like when she first came over, I'm like, why is she so weird? But no, we're friends with them now, but it was before we knew them. It was like literally the first time they ever like came and introduced themselves. And I'm like, she stole the damn seashell off my candle, and I'm still mad about it. It's been 2 years.
You're still out of shape about that. You're
Yeah.
still out of shape about it. Even to this day, you still are.
I'm
You know,
just
because
like,
Venus must have
is
been in retrograde or something. You know, it must have been this whole thing.
Gatorade. Venus
You know,
was
when
Gatorade.
we get down to Key West in 6 months, you should find a new seashell to put on your candle.
Great
it
call.
was
Yeah.
a fake one. It was like a little metal charm. It wasn't like a real one.
They'll
It just-
have one of those too.
Yeah,
Yes.
they'll have that too. If
Right.
you want that. If you
You
want
know, I bought a bracelet this year and I had a flamingo on it, and I kept getting that flamingo hooked on my sweater and other shit, and I lost it somewhere. So maybe somebody has it. Maybe I'll find it again and put it
Well,
on.
that's that little girl.
See, that's what I'm saying. Was she 10 now? I'm sure
probably
she's
got
up to higher things like that. She's stealing jewelry now.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
She's fine. I like her now. But no, I think at other people's houses, besides asking people to brush my teeth when I'm drunk, I switch their toilet paper rolls if they're what I think is the wrong way. Because I'm an over person. If they're under, I am
Oh,
switching
no,
that
no,
shit,
no.
and I am unapologetic about it. Like,
Mullets are the way to go.
no, I'm switching them. If I come to your house to have every single bathroom, I'm switching that shit over. No,
I don't
no.
understand how that's a why. I don't.
Yeah, I'm with you, Steve.
I'm an
Right.
over.
I don't understand the other way. I'm like with McNew. It has to be over.
Yeah, and I will switch it. I'm
It gets
uncomfortable.
lost underneath there. Yeah.
I feel uncomfortable. I'm like, I got to switch it over, and I will do it at anybody's house. I don't care whose it is. I will switch
Okay.
it.
Well, is that your same position on paper towels as well, depending on how they're hung? If
No.
they're hung perpendicular or parallel to the cabinet?
I have a thing that sits on the counter. We don't hang ours.
So you stand it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it's hanging on the cabinet, I'm the same way. It's a mullet. It's everything's right in the world when it's that way.
Why,
Yeah.
Tim? What's wrong with you? Who hurt
So
you?
I had a friend, and every time I went to his house, I would do that. And then he's finally like, you got to stop it. I like it under, so cut it out. And I'm like, why do you like it under? And he goes, because when I'm ready, I can take that and just like, and like all of the toilet paper in the world comes out.
That's super
Apparently,
weird.
He
Doesn't it
required,
do this? Wouldn't it do the same thing if it's over? And then you don't have to
Yes.
find where
It does.
it's.
It's nice. It just looks better when it's over. I feel like it's cleaner.
well, that's
So-
where you
I'm sure
can
it's-
fold it into the little triangle.
Yeah, exactly. It just feels nicer.
You clean, you can fold it into a triangle, make it fancy. You do that when it's under.
I don't understand how you or all of you or the rest of the world has time to give a shit about wait,
Well,
like it's just
It's a,
Oh,
it's
like,
a
there's so
weird,
many-
I know
I
it's a weird thing. I should not care
With
how
your-
much you see their toilet paper, but I do.
Well, with your diet and your river out from, you just basically go outside and take shits in your river all the time,
Oh,
and you don't have
yeah.
to worry about wiping anymore. The
Oh,
rest of
yeah.
us who don't have freshwater bodies around us need to actually clean up underneath there.
that could be it.
That's probably it.
There's something to say about that.
What if a spider got up under the mullet? Like, you don't know. Like, when it's over, you like eliminate
You
the risk.
flip it, you roll it, you flip it behind, and it comes down. It's perfect. It's all contained. I got hurt by my kids completely unrolling the damn thing. You see it like the cat videos. They unroll that thing. If it's backwards, if it's
Well, you don't have
underway,
a cat.
they can't unwind it.
You don't
I
have
got
a
two
cat.
cats.
Yeah, kids in
I
a
got two
set.
cats. They don't get along, but I got two cats.
Well, they're misbehaved if they're doing that.
But it's the kids. The kids scarred me.
I
know,
don't know.
It's
I
kind of
don't
like cleaning the hair out of the shower drain. Oh, the ladies. Oh, I can't touch a spider here. Why is the drain slowly going out? Or why is the drain plugged as I'm pulling out a nest of hair?
I
Like,
had
oh,
this
that's fair.
last week
know. Well, you're
because
pretty hairy yourself, so yeah.
you know the
This is
drains
true.
are a husband job. We were talking about. I was like, he's like, it's all your hair. It's disgusting. I'm like, drains are a husband job, just like the trash is, just like the yard is. Those are husband jobs. That's none of my business.
Leaving the
It's my
garage
job.
closed when we take our clothes off
Yeah,
is the woman's
and then we'll
job.
talk. Then we'll
There
talk.
we'll talk.
Yeah. Don't expose me to the neighbors when I'm going through my routine. It's my
So
routine.
does that mean that like all your windows, all your curtains are closed all the time? And
Well, yeah, the ones where they could see in. Yeah, I mean, there's certain ones. If you were really into it, if you really want to see me walking around like that, yeah,
I'm not asking because I'm coming over to peep in the window.
yeah, maybe.
I'm just
maybe,
saying that people are going to see if you're walking around. If your windows, natural light, just own it,
Yeah.
Steve. Just walk around your house,
Just be the
Nobody.
naked neighbor. It's fine.
The front
I
of my
think it
house,
could be
though.
a deterrent to robbery.
So the front of my house that faces the street where we live at is not exposed to that. So you could open that up. That's not going to provide any natural light to the back of the house where we're at. And of course, we're back up to the woods. So there's nobody really back there. So yes, we have all that open. So yeah, I mean, but there's really nobody back there. Whereas there's a lot of people out on the street on the other side where I was, rudely,
Noxiously,
Yeah.
intentionally.
yeah,
It
opens the
was
door.
probably because you yelled at her at the grocery store.
Well,
Yeah.
She's like, well, I know how to get them back.
It was also maybe payback for when you walked into your friend's bathroom. Maybe
my
there's-
wife is paying me back for that. Yeah.
somehow she's trying to right the wrongs in this
She's
world.
trying to right the
Karma.
wrongs. Yes, yeah,
Karma.
I
Fix
guess.
the universe.
The universe is writing itself.
Yeah, Kathy, how about you? You never weighed in on this one yet.
Okay. So since Tim was talking about what he thought may have happened, I'll tell that story, but I have two. I have one I did, and then I have one that happened to me.
Okay.
So I'll start with the one that I did. So I had a best friend growing up who lived across the street, and we were always at each other's houses. And we were getting home from somewhere, and they had two bathrooms, right? The one in the master bedroom, and then the one for the rest of the house. And she runs into the first one, and I'm like, damn it. I'm going into the other one. And she's like, boo, 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 and I can't hear her. So I drop the deuce. And then I find out that toilet is broken.
Oh,
Oh, it's out of Dumb and Dumber.
oh man.
So I have to tell her that it's not going anywhere. And she's like, that's what I was saying. Don't use that one. It's broken. I'm like, well, I don't think you worked hard enough at letting me know.
That's right. Oh,
So
Done better.
since I was like always in their house and they considered me an extra kid, when he had to plunge that toilet, he made sure I was there
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
to make
To
sure.
see the knotty pine sitting in there. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, by then it was like, oh, never mind. So the thing,
Yeah, it's all soup by then.
Ah,
the thing that happened at my house, I was
French
having-
onion soup.
we
right,
could
I
have
was
skipped
at-
that story. We could have skipped that one, but sure, go ahead. Tell the
Okay.
other one.
So the
Was the
thing that
toilet
happened,
paper over or under is what I really wanted to know.
I think they were an
Miss
over family, Tim. I
No,
think they
were
were.
they?
I can't talk to him. Have a problem. Okay.
All right. So I had some friends over for a barbecue.
Sure.
And when you have a barbecue, you have corn on the cob.
Yes.
So there's nothing to do. Anyway,
Yeah.
So-
Here we go
Fake
again. Back
food.
to another poop story. Here we go. Go
Every time I
ahead.
take a bite, I'll say, I'll see you later, little guys.
Oh,
not a poop story at all. So, I shuck the corn in the kitchen. Everybody's outside. I go back outside. And then one of my friends, this guy she was dating, came in, took all the corn cobs and shoved them in my garbage disposal
Oh,
No.
and turned it on.
Ruined
And-
it.
I had no idea. And one of my other friends walked in and she's like, what are you doing? He's like, yeah, I don't like her that much. So he literally destroyed
wait.
my garbage disposal.
You had somebody come to your house and dislike you so much they were like, "Fuck this bitch! I'm gonna shove."
Yeah.
it."
How does
Right?
To destroy
That would-
something for them?
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad.
I think it was because when he was sitting down outside, we had a bull mastiff at the time. And the bull mastiff went over and was sniffing his arm on the chair. And he said, get that dog the F away from me.
okay.
And
Sure.
I said, the dog's not effing hurting you. This is her house, not yours.
Okay.
So maybe that's when he thought he should destroy my garbage.
You could
disposal.
conduct property damage. That gave him the indicator to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think
Wow.
that he stayed around long with my friend that was dating him, but if I ever see him, I really,
should pick better people?
yeah, right?
Did you confront him about this then at some point?
No.
Oh.
They all kept it a secret until after they were gone. Like my other friend caught him, pulled out what she could,
Oh.
and threw it all in the trash, and then no one told me until after they left.
I would have
It's
tracked
kind of like
him down.
shredded cheese on sandwiches too.
I
Yeah.
would
You know.
Yeah, so the poop story was probably more entertaining.
I don't know about that.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, not really.
Yeah.
But
Not
that's
really.
good, Kathy.
Not
At
really.
least we have an idea. We have some. Yeah,
Crazy stories.
So
Yeah.
if you ever really hate someone,
it's ruined French onion soup for the whole audience. So there's that going.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Kathy's like, what's the better story? My fecal story or the one where I was wrongfully, property damage?
you guys have great stories.
Well, we tried. We tried to save this thing, but you brought it down at the end there.
Let's talk about Key
Matt's
West.
story.
Oh, it's time to drink.
Brought it back a little bit. No. Brought it back a little bit. All right. No, we can't talk about Key West because guess what? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Lenny. He looks like he's ready to go there. He's
I'm
got
ready.
his bottle framed out. What do you got?
Well, a follow up to the last episode where I was enjoying some American single malt from Yellowstone.
How did you like that one, by the way?
I do enjoy it, and it's very different. And if I was putting chips on something, I would say-
Fruity Pebbles. It's Fruity
when I say
Pebbles.
chips, I'm talking about poker chips, not like
Right.
Potato chips.
Sure. You don't eat anything like that. Vegan. Yeah.
No, only organic. Exactly.
Organic,
Made from
yeah.
tree bark.
Right.
Potato chips.
Because he doesn't
low
know.
brow.
He doesn't know what was fried in there. It could have been someone fried buffalo wings in there. That it's going to go against his vegan lifestyle.
It's not really where I was going with my statement. I meant more to say that I believe that their American single malt is a mash versus a wash, which, topic for another day, but it's something I find very interesting about American single malt. And I'm curious to see how it all goes. But more to the point, I'm popping a Deerheim American single malt so I can do a side-by-side comparison.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Was that also a new acquisition, Lenny?
Of course.
No.
It's
This
a
is
new
not batch
bottle. I mean,
shipping.
you can see that's the first pour out of there. So, yes.
No, it's not the first pour. It's been
Yes,
previously
it is.
opened.
It was too.
No.
He's lying. He's lying. You're going to have to trust me. He was lying.
I'm telling you, it's the recording.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
AI.
We've got it on video. So we know he cheated. All right. Yes. You like to experiment in all this stuff, and you talk about that all the time. Why don't you do a grain mash?
I might. In fact,
just to see.
Yeah, I'm actually getting back into full-time production at Deerheim.
Okay, it might be fun, and
That's interesting.
and again, you may try it one time and be like, "This is why I don't do that," or you could try it and be like, "You know what? This ain't bad. This
You're
ain't
right.
bad." So yeah, let's
I'll
it'll
name
be
it
fun.
Daily Batch.
Yeah, there you go. You just do for someone, and this is how he treats me. Well, I plug his seal box. I mean, I have a vested interest in helping him out with his seal box.
I just said I would name a batch after
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Blake called me and said, "Hey, I want to thank you. Those numbers really spike up after Lenny comes on there." I'm like, I know. Thank you. And he's
Welcome.
like,
You're welcome.
Yeah, he's like, "Do we need to cut you in? Can we help you out in any way? Should you want me to advertise?" I'm like, "No, he's a dear friend, and I just want to do it for him. I want to help him out in any way I can, as I always do." So yeah. I'll have to reevaluate that conversation. Kathy, you're next. What do you got?
Wow. I'm actually going to pour two.
Okay.
In the spirit of Key West, I'm going to have the Rye 3 whiskey cask strength with rum cask finish.
Okay, nice. Oh, she took it over. She sniped it. She took it from Lenny. Okay.
It happens.
And then I'm going to unscrew my Papa Pilar's sherry cask finish.
Okay. All right.
Well, I beat that one.
Yeah, you did. You did.
You can beat that one.
All right, McNew, you're next.
All right, I have some Starlight. It's a pick in sherry barrels from the Indiana Bourbon Club. Because usually by January, I want to get the hell out of Indiana. So
Very good.
That was good.
Very, very good. Wins probably 90% of the time. It's not going to win this episode, though. So, Kathy's...
Bring it on.
You picked the wrong show. Because that was a good one. I've got Ron Izalco rum.
Ooh, nice.
It's Key West show. Key West show.
Very nice.
Anything goes. Here we go. Not much there. Good, probably a good choice. Yeah, probably a good choice because I wasn't going to beat what Kathy threw out there. So, all right. Last but not least is Tim. I'm sure this is going to be a cannon.
Let me just tie this up, and we'll be right back after the. I picked a bottle that last time I was in Florida for vacation I found the barrel whiskey batch number 1 of their products. So I went to the archives on this one and snagged this one, which will give me no cork pop, I'm sure.
Nothing there.
Deep and bassy over here. It was very, very.
Right on the set.
I felt it in the chest.
Right on the set. Yeah.
Right on the set.
Yeah. Yeah. So, cheers, gang.
Cheers.
All right. We're going to take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking about just 6 months to go until Key West. Are we fired up about this? Are we planning to go? We'll do all that in just a few. Let's talk about the people who make these shows happen. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only sells single barrels. Owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot select. With over 100 distilleries on board to sell us barrels, we are home to the most unique and diverse barrel pick selections in the bourbon world. By signing up for our email, you will always know what we have in stock. In addition to the single barrels, we'll have a gift shop featuring ABV Barrel Shop as well as ABV Network merchandise. We are partnering with vendors like Art Eatables and Old Man Bay Signs to bring you unique items you can't find anywhere else. We will also have a 24-seat classroom where we are offering educational and fun classes like Breakfast and Bourbon, a series where we pair donuts and bourbon, customer barrel picks, and opportunities to learn from master distillers and other bourbon dignitaries. Best of all, we feature a tasting bar where you can try before you buy. All of this is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. If you are in the St. Louis area, please stop by to say hi. If you're traveling in from outside the area, please take advantage of our hotel rates with the Drury Inn and Pear Tree Inn, less than a mile from our shop. This can be done via the links in our Visit St. Louis section on our website. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to plan your trip. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about the Neely Family Distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent trips to Kentucky. Today, he is amongst the leaders of young distillers leaving their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery yields insight on their unique family history, why their products are special, and gives you the opportunity to taste their whiskey, moonshine, and creams. Check them out at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com or visit them in Sparta, Kentucky.
Scott Pinkowski loves the Bourbon Daily.
But can I have a kiss?
No. That doesn't work.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about it's 6 months until Key West again.
Yes, we are. So here's where we're at. Key West, a little bit over 6 months away, 6 months and a couple of weeks. And I'm kind of getting into that mode. It's early for most people, but Whiskey Rick came in. He's our on-point person in Key West. He happened to be coming through town. His third visit to the ABV Barrel Shop, which is commendable considering he lives right outside of Key West. That's pretty darn cool. And so talked with him. They had like a meeting almost. So wrote down some different ideas and stuff like that. It's going to be a great year. And then in August, I'll be kicking up our awards that we do. We do some awards down there, and that all starts in August. We're just about a month from me kind of going all out into Key West mode. So pretty cool stuff. I do all the work up front, and then when I get down there, I just want to have fun. So and then I get very crabby if anybody kind of puts a crimp into that. They're like,
He does. When people are like, what are we doing today?
What are we doing today? Fuck
don't
off.
ask Steve.
Fuck off. I'm having fun. I went into my hotel room, and I don't want to make a big deal out of this, but they rolled the toilet paper under instead of over if you could tell the staff as the hotel contact. I'm like, no, I'm not saying shit. You tell them yourself. So yeah, it's a whole thing. So I seem like I'm very angry, but it's because I am. I just want to have fun when I get down there, just like everyone else. So yes. So, but
I think of all the people that go to Key West, besides you, Haley Baker is probably really excited about it. And then I'm third.
An entourage. And let me tell you, they are hard to keep up with. I spent an afternoon with that crew and literally thought I was going to die. They go hard.
Oh my gosh. I lose
young.
IQ points anytime I'm around that crew.
I had
Yes.
the most
Oh
fun.
my gosh,
I was
that crew is whew.
like, nobody's ever made me tap out. I really tapped out and said, I gotta go home. I gotta go take a break. I love
they
them.
go
They were
hard.
fun.
Yeah.
They were alive.
And they rented a houseboat to
Yeah.
stay on.
Oh yeah.
It sounded like an absolute nightmare, but
No,
yes,
it's
Really? It
Yeah.
sounds so much fun.
in theory, it
A real
sounds fun. But
bacchanal.
yeah, no. If you ask them the details, it doesn't sound fun. But for them, that's what they wanted to do. So
Yeah. But I like staying near where everybody else is.
it's nice to be with the group. That's for sure.
And the roosters. I love the roosters.
Yeah, I'd like the roosters too. Other
The
people get
roosters are
angry.
nice.
Yeah, they're nice. They're
So,
nice.
Tim, you talk about Key West like you've been there.
Yeah,
I have been there, but not with this summit. I have got to. So it's that time of year. I've got 2 trips that I have to take for business, and they're usually like a week. The week gap is Key West. So this last time they canceled the darn trip. Well, it was 2022. I was supposed to be in New Orleans, and I was gonna find a way to get past the general and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I ended up in Key West from New Orleans for a day or two, and then fly back." Yes, I've got all the excuses in the world because of family endeavors and work things. I got to make it a commitment. It's got to happen.
You gotta happen. You
I
gotta
know the rooms have been negotiations were difficult, and the rooms seem to have been secured. The block for the rooms have been secured. Steve, did I hear that right?
I've got rooms until I forget the date, like December 15th or something like that.
That's late too. That's good.
That is good. I mean,
Gives
it's
everybody
not too
some
bad.
time to get their plans together.
Get their plans together, and I will be as we get
My name's
closer
on the
saying, "Hey,
list.
this is it. This is it." Right now, I've got plenty of time, and there's a group that reserves early because they want to lock in and make sure they get it because we only have so many. We're not at that number. We still have plenty available right now, but at some point it'll be hey, this is it, and because no one wants to be on the hook for for the amount whatever if we don't get to our number. So, and it's a whole thing. Yeah.
Last year, Steve, we did the Sunset Cruise.
Yes.
And we were talking about how much fun that was.
Yes.
And you're like, yeah, I don't want to repeat a lot of things, but anything on a boat. The sandbar trips
Mm-hmm.
where you can spend a morning out on the sandbars and just stand in the ocean with cocktails with the boat nearby and maybe snorkel a little bit. Go into the dry Tortugas. Probably going to have to do that without the group.
You have to
Tortugas is a hell of a trip.
very early. So I
Right.
was in the hotel lobby and a different couple came in and said, "Can we go to the dry Tortugas?" And she said, "No, you have to book those in literally October."
Oh, you do?
Those
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm going to
Our-
book
our
my
group-
dry Tortugas date probably before the end of August.
Yeah, you should.
Keep saying dry Tortugas like it's like a common like oh yeah.
Well, it's known pretty well. I mean,
It's an old fort.
It's the southernmost Civil War fort, I believe, or War of 1812 or something like that.
It's
And
only
It's
you
a
have to
natural
take your
preserve.
own food and everything, but
that's
it's
the word, Tim. I was going to say it's not a national park, but it's a preserve. Like there's a lot of wildlife out there.
Well, like the conchs and like the lobsters are like
And the
prehistoric size compared to because they can't be fished. They can't be. You could snorkel around the thing and everything. It's just it's this sandbar with a fort in the middle of the sea. It's really cool.
yeah.
I know.
Yeah, it basically gave the lights. They would light the torches, I think, or something, and you could see it from the port of New Orleans. And that's what
Yeah.
gave them the heads up when the British were coming up the Mississippi, or somebody's trying to come around as a defense position.
It's a national park.
It is. It is.
Oh.
Yeah. That was
Are you
signed with.
going this year, Lenny?
I might have to now that the Tortugas are in play.
All right.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. It is a tough time of year for me as well.
Why January?
Yeah, kinda, because I already have like a consistent family trip that I am obligated to go on. And I bailed on that trip when I went to Key West, and it didn't go well with the family.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I mean, I think I can do
That's
both.
why you had to get the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
That's why you had to get the Christmas
Oh,
tree.
yeah. Where he sat out in the car.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that was so fun for everyone. Yeah. Yeah. It just
Yeah.
gives fun memories for a lifetime. Remember that time we went and got the tree? Dad sat out in the car. Oh, it was beautiful.
You went to Key West. We're getting
More
a
memory.
Christmas tree.
All right.
No, I might go again. I had a good time when I was there 2 years ago. I'd love to go again. I'll see if I can make it happen.
Make it happen.
So, Steve,
Maybe I'll.
has the ABV Network's Key West event make the law enforcement list of things to watch out for when you guys come into town?
I think so at this point. Yes, I think so.
I think so too, as well, from what I understand. Yeah, I think we've made the list, so they know we're coming, which is good. That means that it's an organized event. That's big time now.
It's an organized event. Yes.
You know what we have not made yet? There's a whole Facebook group called the Vortex where people just pass out on the street. None of our people have been.
There was one that looked very much like McNew. It had to be verified. It wasn't her, but yeah.
It was not me.
You know, McNew, after you found that, I joined it, and every single day,
I know.
every single day,
It's
someone
glorious.
is posted, passed out on a sidewalk.
Fantastic. And
or
I
somewhere.
scrolled all the way back. I'm like, somebody from our group has had to make it some year. We have not yet. I don't think it's a goal to do so, but I would love to see it. I don't want it to be me.
Imagine
It'll
like
probably-
Dina Ewalds is like passed out with the
Tina
roosters
Ewalds
around her.
Of all
Come
people.
on, that would be the
Yeah.
best.
Of all people.
And
It's
she would
Melanie
have
Robinson
the
right next to her. They're like they're holding
prettiest
hands
glass in her
out in the
hand.
middle of the sidewalk.
yeah, it's the ones you least expect sometimes. So yeah. Well.
So I have been to Key West 3 times,
Uh-huh.
and every time I've been there, I have been to Paradise Tattoo,
Yep.
and I've gotten a tattoo in Key West at the same shop, and they're the only tattoos I have.
Okay.
So be on the lookout for what I might want to tattoo on myself in 6 months. And if you go to Key West and you want a tattoo, we can go together.
Okay.
I can hold your hand
Okay.
for any of the chickens out there.
I think you should get a corn cob tattooed on you.
That'd be good.
You know,
Corn cob makes sense.
yeah, right. They make whiskey out of corn.
Or actually, you should get a
Has the
Key
juice.
West rooster pecking a corn cob. Just tie it all in together.
McNew needs one that says Grand Tetons National Park. You have those national park signs,
I'll put it
and they have the font yeah.
She'll put it next to her boobies.
Yeah.
Over
Yeah,
them.
next to the boob. Yeah, Grand Tetons National Park.
I'm going to fill this arm in this year anyway. I can add something.
Oh yeah,
It's all
we
good.
got to have
I
goals.
like the
so,
rooster
yeah.
idea
Yeah, the rooster pecking a corn cob. I'm going to tie it all together. It's going to be good.
because we know I have my new rooster decanter.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's still not full. Still not full. I want to. One time on one of these shows, you got to fill it up for us and see how
Yeah.
this
The
goes.
funny thing is, Steve, is that I have my jockey. You can't see it from the ABV Barrel Shop horse thing. He
Nice.
doesn't fit on any of my horses, so I've been trying to get him to ride the rooster tail.
Ride the cock.
Try to get him to ride the cock.
He's got to get him to ride the cock. Okay.
McNew and I are already there. That's why I love you,
I
McNew.
had to say
Yeah.
it.
Well, okay. All right. Very good. Very good. So there you go. There you go. There's everything you need to know about Key West. I think we covered it all. It's an exciting, fun time. Check out on abvnetwork.com. There is a section on Key West. Not a lot out there. It says the dates that we're going. And if you want more information, you email it in and go to McNew and she'll forward it on to me if it.
I mean, relationships like Becca and Royce started on one of these trips.
Yep.
Yeah. Kind of. So, yeah.
Epic.
Yeah. So epic things happen.
We need to
for
bring
sure.
back those advertisements, Steve.
Oh, yeah.
Those cutscenes.
Gosh.
We got to bring them back.
What show did we,
The Lovebirds.
was that on the Bourbon Daily we advertised that? We need to go back
Yes.
and do all those. My God, they were
Can
just.
I get a kiss?
They were so terrible. They were great. That was one of those things where they were so bad that we do need to find those. Yes, gosh.
Lovebirds. That'll bring Generation 3 up to speed because that's the glue that tied Generation 1 and Generation 2 together. Right
Yeah.
So there's a whole new generation that doesn't know all those stories, or they know
So-
vaguely of them. They need
That was Thousand Oak Barrel Company. So yeah, we'll have to look back when Thousand Oaks was one of our sponsors, and we do all
I
those.
thought they sent an email a couple weeks ago, Steve. I forwarded it to you.
They did, and I tried to get them to come back on a sponsor, and then they wanted to send us something or do something, or
Yeah.
I don't know, something where we put something on our website, and I was like, why don't you sponsor the show? But that's not what they wanted, I guess. So weird, very weird.
They didn't like the commercial. They're like, no, we remember.
They're not back to that shit. Yeah, like I can't act. So yeah. All right, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Kathy, we're going to start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me making my plans for Key West in January or on Instagram at KK Cask Strength.
All right, Tim.
You can find me trying to stop the excuses and book my trip to Key West, even if I have to bring the family and skip all the things. I'm taking them with me. We'll have some fun with it. You can also find me on Instagram at SwyGuy2112.
That's why it's such a great trip, because you can be with the group as much or as little as you want. There's no pressure to be like, you got to do all this, or there's no agenda. I mean, there's things you can sign up for. If you want to do them, if you don't want to do them, don't do them.
Yeah, and it's fun because people kind of form their own little groups. Like, it's not cliquey by any means, but somebody can be like, I'm doing this today. And you're like, I'm going too. And everybody's welcome to do whatever any group is doing. Yeah. It's always fun.
It's
getting together.
See children in strollers sleeping parked outside of bars. So it's a thing.
We actually saw that last year, which is the weirdest.
It's a
thing.
European
Apparently, in
thing.
other cultures,
They do it.
it's normal.
Like, I guess we had to bring
That's
up
what
that,
happens in Nordic countries. Yes.
Yeah.
They put their kids out on the street outside and let them sleep. That's right.
Imagine
a real
Key
thing.
West, though. It's just crazy out there, and there's just a little baby sleeping in a little, stroller.
Yep, out on the sidewalk.
Parents nowhere near.
Of drunken adults, and none of us are trying to take care of another child. So we're like,
also, did that
fine,
ever
let them
happen?
sleep.
No one steals babies. It's the worst thing ever. I mean,
Who wants a baby?
Dingoes only eat babies. That's about it. Nobody steals
Exactly,
babies anymore. The dingoes just eat the babies, right?
yeah, and
Dingoes,
maybe
Dingo
roosters.
ate your baby. Sorry, I'm
If
doing
we're a
voices.
dog, I might steal a dog, but I'm
I'm
definitely
like Kyle Neely there for a second.
Is that my new Kyle Neely voice? I'm always changing Kyle Neely's voice. He sounds a little bit British.
Put some shrimp on the barbie. Lots of shrimp on the barbie.
that was the world's worst
baby.
Australian accent right there, Tim.
You're welcome.
Crocodile Swat.
That's not a knife.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
That's
Sounds
not
like he's
a
from
knife.
Brooklyn.
This is a knife.
Oh yeah.
This isn't good either, Kathy.
Well, so all right, we'll wrap this one up. Kathy, where can people find you?
Oh, once again, you can find me planning my trip to Key West, or you can find me on Instagram at KK Gas Strength.
Let's just have
We
some
need Steve's
continuity.
handler again. Where's Steve's handler? Where's
Where
the
are we
warden?
at? Tim, you're next.
I'm
I'm,
sorry.
I'm still at SwyGuy2112 making excuses on why I
How
can't
far
go, but I'm
did
going
we
to try
get?
harder this year.
How far did we get?
Lenny's turn.
Lenny.
You want me to go? Okay. You can find me and the rest of Deer Hammer on social media at Deer Hammer, on the web at deerhammer.com. You can hit up the ABV Barrel Shop to find Deer Hammer bottles, some of the best single barrel picks out there. But if you're not in that area, you should hop on sealbox.com and order it up there.
All right, McNew.
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV.
For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website, that thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us, ABV Barrel Shop. We'd love to show you what we have going on with our various classes. We'd love to show you what we have going on with our distillers coming in. Maybe Lenny will get back in there at some point. So check us out. You can find out more about all of our events, classes, and what we have in stock over at abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. Fartins, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, everyone.
Yes.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, or Neely Family Distillery's Papaw's birthday barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with a national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.